after that last play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. On first down, Luck. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Tyrone Crawford in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now maybe a free play here for Luck. Over the middle, complete. It's Doyle. And he's brought down after a good gain. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
On first and 10, Luck. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Doyle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. So from Cowboy territory now, here's first and 10 at the 36. A shotgun snap for Luck. Ebron caught left side. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards. The Colts with a first red zone opportunity of the ball game. They've got a first and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, Luck. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a first and 10 at the 33-yard line. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Elliott. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up third and about 6. Now Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. T.Y. Hilton deep for the Colts. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going into under defense? Thank you. A huge thank you.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
And now here come the Cowboys. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Second down, Prescott. Looking for Hearns, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Here you go.
They start on the ground with Elliott, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Tyquan Lewis makes the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Again to Elliott, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Awesome.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Al Woods in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 30. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. Well, they don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's Luck. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Though he's seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5.
Easy.
From the gun, here's Luck. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. The give is to Elliott. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. We're going to 54. Why here?
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Jamal Sheard on the stop.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 46, 46. 26.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he fires one incomplete. Jeff Swain, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael, looking to find a lane, but he can't, reined in at the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hurry, hurry! Hey, easy. 11.
To throw on second down is Locke. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Go ahead. 12.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. And he connects with Ebron. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Good for a Colt first down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. Luck on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
12. Check out.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Love. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete.
Gun. Go ahead. Monday.
Throwing on 3rd down, Luck. They'll get this into the hands of Deon Cain. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Now they go for it on 4th down, but that pass is knocked away and incomplete. So they take a big chance here in their own territory, and you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right, the social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room?
Yeah.
Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Let's go. Let's finish now. We're going to 54. Why ain't? Here we go. 46. Gun. Sweat.
A second down throw for Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. After the interception, it's Luck. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And the return will stop right around the 25. A minute 59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this.
Get out.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
26. Hey, 47. Here we go, 46. Gun. 26.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Gun. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. And another timeout taken by the Colts, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. And Bailey able to knock it through. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 29. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On first down, it's Luck. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Luck. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Luck now 9 of 17 through the air. Again, Luck. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. So he splits the uprights and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And out now come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
There you go.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Hustle. Switch today. We go 46. 46.
Prescott now on second down. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
Switch today. Gun. We go 46. 26.
They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super tough.
On second down, here's Love. And the catch made by Hilton. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Love. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, Love. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. They come out here in the eye. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Eric Ebron hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Vinatieri now to tack on the PAT. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Elliott, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. They're down here in the 3rd quarter, trying to get something going to the outside there. Didn't work out, though.
Yeah, and from the cheap seats and from where you and I are sitting, we did pay a pretty good price to get in here, right? You often wonder to yourself, why do you make that type of a call? That one went for no gain. But I think this offense thinks to itself, if we keep running these plays, eventually something may pop. It just didn't on that one.
He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll run with Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Prescott to throw it. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it to Hearns. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. A 20th carry here for Elliott. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the 4th quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
The Cowboys on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? Advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, where they've got 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. Looking deep downfield. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A huge play that time for the Colts. 43 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. To throw on 2nd down is Locke. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
5, 6, 7, 4. We're wrong.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead.